What are the most essential Switch games? You feel me? What is a Switch game? What is the reason to get a Switch, and what is the reason to get the games on the Switch? All right, what's the point? This thing was a handheld console hybrid. You want to play console quality games on the TV and in the hand, okay? Also, like everyone says, you buy Nintendo for Nintendo. Probably not going to be, you're not going to see any third-party games on this, okay? It's not going to happen. However, of those games, which are the ones that stand above the rest? No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what we're talking about, all right? What I say is essential, okay? What are games that everyone must have on their Switch? You must have this, no matter what. It is your bread and butter. Everyone has at least 2 of these games. At the max, 3 of them. Am I saying that these are the best video games on the system? No. Let me make a disclaimer. And I want everybody to hear me out. I want everybody to listen to me, okay? I have an honorable mention. I have one game that did not make it, and it is simply because I have not played the game, okay? But I would not call this game non-essential because there's a lot of people that have it. A lot of people have it. That game is Animal Crossing. Again, now, by no metric am I saying this game is non-essential. You feel me? And the only frame of reference that I have for this game is numbers. I have no experience with this game whatsoever. The only other experience that I have is on the 3DS for 1 hour. That's it. So I am not equipped enough to talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons. However, I would not call it a non-essential Nintendo game. And if you didn't get any of these games, if you didn't get a single one of these games, what are you doing? Why did you buy this thing? Number 10, Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics. It's got a lot of games on it. It's a game full of games. You feel me? You get a bunch of board games that are wrapped up into a neat package. You feel me? You have checkers, you have chess, you got Chinese checkers, you got Mancala, you got dots, you got Connect 4, you got backgammon, you got a bunch of card games, you got blackjack, you got sevens, you got speed, matching, war, you got pool on there, you got billiards, you got bowling, you got darts, a bunch of like little tiny toy games or whatever. You got toy tennis, you got soccer, you got toy boxing, toy baseball, air hockey, solitaire, Klondike solitaire, spider solitaire, and then you have a piano on there. You just got a piano. The point is you got all of these classic board games and they're all wrapped up very nicely into a very neat package. You feel me? So it's like you got 51 of them in a piano. Or is the piano included in the, I don't know, whatever. It has a lot of the Nintendo isms and Nintendo charms and all that. Not to mention some of the games are touchscreen. So you can like take it, you can just set it down and then like, put it on the table and then play it on the table on top of it. It's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. I think that's something everybody should experience. But I hear you. You're like, man, these are some, bro, did you just put this at number 10, bro? All these like old, like whatever type of games. You didn't show up to play video games for that. You didn't show up for that. Let me introduce you to the first real video game, Metroid Dread. Now, Metroid Dread, that's a good Metroid. You want a side-scrolling shooter? I don't think there's a better side-scrolling game than Metroid Dread on the Switch. That's the peak. Very fun game to just get in. You just start shooting stuff. You just shoot stuff. But then things start shooting back at you, and it starts getting scary, and starts getting like, oh my god, I gotta watch out for these robot things. They could kill me. I gotta watch out for them. Super Metroid, considered one of the greatest games of all time. Period. One of the best video games of all time. Same thing with Metroid Prime. People are saying that this game is better, and I tend to be like, oh yeah, very good run and gun. Exploration Metroidvania, as people would say, but this is not a Metroidvania. This is just a Metroid. But you're like, I don't want a bunch of shooty action. I don't want no shooty action, man. I'm looking for something a little more chill, something a little bit more chill, something a little more calming. You know what I mean? Have you heard of Kirby and the Forgotten Land? Very good game. Relaxing, very, just go at your own pace. You feel me? He can float, and he can suck things, and he can spit things out. There's no joke behind that. That's just what he does. Don't come at me. That's what he does. He sucks and spits. That you can't. What do you want me to do? How do you want me to phrase that? There's no way to phrase it. That's what he does. He sucks and he blows. If you're looking for something that is, a little more lighthearted and a little bit more, easy going and all that. Nice, simple ride. Nice, easy ride. Towards the end, starts getting a little difficult. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, must-have game for the Switch. You must have that. But okay, you're just like, okay, maybe I don't want anything. I want something easy, man. I don't want that easy stuff, man. And also, where are the games that I'm trying to play with other people? Damn, man. Like, where's the shooters and stuff? You feel me? Where's the shooter games? I ain't got no shooter game. You ain't said no shooter games yet. Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3, I will say, it's one of those games. I haven't played that game. I have not played that game. I have the game, still in the plastic. Still got it. Why haven't I played it? I just haven't gotten around to it, man. But I played a lot of Splatoon 2. And what I can say is Splatoon 2 is very good. It is very good. And I would have considered that one of the essential games when it was out. But people have told me, yo, Splatoon 3, that game's better than 2. And I'm like, damn. You want your squad-based shooter, but your very unique squad-based shooter. You go around shooting paint and trying to take up all the territories or whatever, because that's your turf, and you ain't get up off my turf, you feel me? Get up off my stuff, you feel me? It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto where you went around and like spray painting everything, and then you would see purple dudes and you be like, hey man, hey, get up off my street, bruh. That's what Splatoon is. Only you use paint and you use a bunch of different paint or whatever. Y'all know what Splatoon is. But then you're like, I don't want to play people online. I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to be always online and stuck online. I got to be here at a certain time and read about, even though Splatoon, you know, they have modes where you don't have to do that. But anyway, I want to play people in the same room, and I want to have a fun time with that. You know what you should have? Jamboree is the thing you want to see. Mario Party Jamboree, board game made into video game. Bunch of micro games that come along with it. Nintendo took a while to turn back around their Mario Party franchise because it was going, ooh. Before the Switch, it was zero. They pulled it back around. Now, this is another one of those games, and this is the last game where I have not played this game, okay? Just haven't got around to it. One thing is, I have played the other two Mario Parties. I played Super Mario Party and I played Mario Party Superstars. It's really hard to say those back to back. One thing I will say is those are very fun games. Superstars, much more so than Super Mario Party. Again, it's another one of those things where people are like, Super Mario Party, or I can't say, all these stupid superes, jarborees, jamborees, orgies, all that. Stop. People say that Mario Party Jamboree is better than not only Superstars, but it might be the best Mario Party game. It is a contender. Logically, again, I would have taken Superstars and been like, this is one of the essential Switch games. But if they're saying that Jamboree's better, might have to put that on the essential list. You feel me? You gotta go out and grab that. Now, am I going to get it on the regular Switch? No, I'm going to get it on the Switch too, because it comes with extra stuff and all that. And I think that would be a good place to play that. What a better excuse for me to get a game for Switch 2 than to just get an upgraded version of that on that system, if that makes sense. I hear you. You're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that stupid board game stuff. I don't want to do that. I want to play something more action-y. I want to play my friends, you know, where we just go around and just hit a bunch of people, whatever. Okay? Hit a bunch of people and you all do all that. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's a lot of people that are like, I don't really care about Smash Bros. How? Why don't you like Smash Bros? Why? Do you look at it and you're like, this is too competitive? It's not too competitive. You don't think of Smash Bros like that, okay? Think of Smash Bros like this. Don't think of it as a competitive fighting game. It is a fun fighting party game that can get competitive. This is a fun party game where I can fight my friends, and then if I want to get competitive, I can. If you don't want to be humbled, I wouldn't play this online. Again, there's many ways to play Smash Bros. Unfortunately, a lot of people frame Smash Bros as this competitive thing. It is this competitive thing, and it must be played this way. It's like Street Fighter, and we got to play it as close to Street Fighter as possible. And it has to be like that. No, it doesn't need to. It's not that. You can play. There are so many different ways you play Smash Bros. That is not the only clear-cut path for that game. And it bums me that people only showcase Smash Bros. As that, because then it spurns certain people away from it, where they're like, I don't want to play this game because it seems like it's too competitive. No, it's not. It's a party game. It's also a monument and a museum for all of gaming. There's some character on here that you like. I don't think that there is a character that you don't. There's 100 characters on here. There's 100 characters on here. If you look at the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster and you look at how many characters on there and you don't see a single character on there that you like, you don't see a single one that makes you go, "Yo, that's my dog." I don't know what, you might not like video games. I mean, like it's got Minecraft Steve on there, for God's sake. But you might be like, I said what I said. I don't want to deal with Smash Bros. I don't want this fighting game. Get this out of here. I want something, you know, that's a bigger epic and big grand epic, and I want to go on an adventure, and I don't want to deal with all these other people. I don't want to have a party game and play with other people, whatever. I got you. Don't worry about it. The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I have many things to say about these games. I have many things to say towards people about these games who claim. I'm not going to get into that. Listen, this is a Zelda game, period. Point blank, period. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. Through and through, 100%. Whether you like a certain type of Zelda or not, regardless of any of that, this is a good game, period. Arguably the best game on the Switch. Yes, I am also talking to the Breath of the Wild people. I don't know what people are getting off of when they're like, Breath of the Wild is better than Tears of the Kingdom. When people had so many complaints about Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom addressed a lot of those issues. Didn't fix the issues, but addressed a lot of the issues. And then people were still like, well, I like Breath of the Wild. But it's like, that doesn't make sense. Your logic makes no sense. We're not here to talk about that. Tears of the Kingdom. Actually, you know what? I'll whip back around Tears of the Kingdom, because obviously you know what else is later down the line. And there's a reason why I put it later down the line. No, it's not to validate Breath of the Wild fans. No. Anyway, you're like, all right, where's the Mario? I came here for Mario. I'm talking about straight up regular hop and bop Mario. You feel me? You know what's here. You know what's here. Why did you buy a Switch if you don't want to play Mario? Why do you buy a Nintendo anything if you don't want to play Mario? For what reason? Now, the question is, which Mario? Which Mario is it? There's a lot of Marios. You got, wait a minute, which ones you got? Super Mario Odyssey. It's the Odyssey, baby. It's the Odyssey. Jump Up Superstar. Song lives rent-free in my head. Odyssey came out with a bang. This is the best Mario game that you can get on the Switch. It rolls everything that Mario has ever been into one game. And then some. You got the little cappy mechanics. You turn into other characters or whatever. So it's got like even a little Kirby thing going on in there. You feel me? A little steal abilities type of thing. If you like games where you just like to mess around with the mechanics, you like the feeling of movement, seeing different ways and different type of ways you can navigate the terrain, this is your game. It's a fun playground. You just get in there and you just run around everywhere. It's a great little playground of a game. And then you're just going on an adventure to try to go save Peach from Bowser. Classic tale of save the princess, wrapped into a nice little play set. But you're like, I don't want to play that baby stuff. Mario's baby. I don't know who says that. People who are overly masculine kind of say that stuff. I don't want to play Mario's baby. It's a little baby game. Now we'll whip back around to Zelda, and we'll actually talk about Zelda. These are games where people like to discredit them because they are like, oh, they do the same thing as Skyrim, and they do the same thing as Assassin's Creed, and they do the same thing as all these other games or whatever. But what people don't realize is that Zelda did a lot of these things first with its first game. Mind you, did it adopt a lot of things from those other games? Yes, but that does not discredit what it does. All those other games have level up systems and all these complex systems and all that, whatever. What Breath of the Wild does well is, and as an extension of Tears of the Kingdom, you feel me? You can climb anywhere, do anything. And that's it. That's what makes it stand out. Not only that, but it's very well designed to where it doesn't hold your hand and it doesn't make you do all these towers and then like you go, oh, I got to get the tower. Like, it does those things, but it doesn't make you do anything. It is just simply explore. And Nintendo designed it in a way where if you just go around and you're just exploring, and then they do it very well where they make things interesting to go check out. Regardless of what the end result is, a lot of people get caught up on what the end result of the thing is. I didn't get this thing. I didn't get that thing. I didn't get a hook shot like the old games. I didn't get any of the classic boom. I didn't get a boomerang. I didn't get any of the classic Zelda staples that I always get. Listen, man, you are exploring a world, and that is the point, okay? You're exploring a world, and you may run into something valuable, and you may not. It is a great sense of exploration. And there's a lot of like, can I do this? Can I not do this? Am I ready for this? Am I not ready for this? That's what's great about that game. And the reason why I put Breath of the Wild above Tears of the Kingdom is because obviously you had to play Breath of the Wild before you play Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom is a way better game. Again, this is one of those things where it's like the list is essential games. It's not necessarily like, oh, these are the best games. I think Tears of the Kingdom is a way better game than Breath of the Wild. But I put Breath of the Wild higher because obviously play that first. So that's what makes this game more essential. It's like, this is the game that people bought the Switch for. This is the game that hinged the whole Switch project, the whole Switch expedition hung on this one single game. But then on top of it, don't count out Tears of the Kingdom, because Tears is better, period, point blank, in every metric, And then you got your number one. What could it be? Could be anything. Could be Peach's Showtime. Could be Astral Chain. Could be Monster Hunter Wilds. It's not Monster Hunter Wilds, because I said that the third party games. Who am I kidding? Who are you kidding? What are we doing here? It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You have it. You have the game. You have it. If you have a Switch and you don't have Mario Kart, I don't know what you're doing. Every person that I have ever encountered that had a Switch had this game. It's one of the highest selling games of all time. Why is that? Because it's just fun. It's straight up family fun. It's another one of those games where you can play it casually or you can play it competitively. You just hop in there and you just go. You just go. And it's just fun. It's just pure chaos. It's just a great kart racer, dude. It's fun. Controls are slick. The environments are fun to watch. It's just it's a blast of color. You're just getting a blast of color in your face. And things just go firing off in your neurons in your brain and stuff or whatever. And when you're playing it, you're like, and you blast somebody, and then somebody on the side of you starts laughing or whatever, and you're like, man, freak you, man. And you're towing the line at the end of the racing line or whatever, and then you make that, and you boost ahead with a little mushroom, you get ahead, and then you make the finish line, you make it, and you win. And you're like, yeah, dude, that was freaking great. Or you don't make it, and you just say, oh man, they freaking cheated. This is a good game. And that's the list. Those are the top 10 essential Switch games on the system. You must have one of those games. You gotta have one of those games, including Animal Crossing. You gotta have one of those games. If you have this system and you don't have any of these games, I don't know why you are even investing in Nintendo. What is the point? If you're like, I'm just getting the Switch just for the third-party games. Why? That's not what you came for. You didn't come to McDonald's just for the salad. You get salad somewhere else. If you like what you've seen here, you feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, share it with everybody. Everybody will know. Did I make the right choice? Did I purchase this thing for the right reasons? Do I have one of these games on here? Now, will I do a top 10 list at some point? Possibly. What I think the top 10 games are on the Switch, the best games that you can possibly play on the Switch, I might do that. But let's get the likes up on this video first. You feel me? Check me out. You feel me? And keep coming back to this channel, because I'll be here all the time. You feel me? I'm trying to get up there. You feel me? I'm trying to blow. You feel me? But anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Hopefully I pointed you in the right direction. Peace out.